Hi everybody, I'm adding this short chair yoga video to your YouTube offerings as something that you might do during your day when you're working, where maybe you don't have a chance to get up from your chair to move around in a different way, that even if you have a brief time, this is something that you could do, or parts of it are something that you could do from your chair, okay? And again, so yoga isn't about getting on a mat. Yoga is about taking mindful action anytime, anywhere. And so with this thought of mindful action anytime, anywhere, also remember that even if you're doing yoga from a chair, that you still get to make that conscious choice of whether or not something is right for your body. Okay, so please keep that in mind. If we're making any kind of movement that doesn't feel good, then please come out of it. Please back off and go in a direction that does feel good. So as you take a good seat, make sure that your feet can comfortably come to the ground. So that might mean that you have to bring them up onto something like blocks or a stack of books, so that pretty much you have a perpendicular place for your thighs as they come out from your hips. Then rest your hands down on your legs, and you can be sitting back with your back against your chair, or you can be a little bit more forward, coming into that longer spine. But let your eyes close and take a couple big breaths. And just simply shift, move in your seat. Feel what's going on in your body right now. Notice your sitting bones connecting to your chair. Notice your feet connecting to the ground. And notice your hands connecting to your legs, or maybe you have them resting on your chair. Take a full big breath and simply feel that connection. And then softly open your eyes. And with your hands walking out to your knees, again, you might even bring them to the edge of your chair here if that feels better to you. Move through a cat and cow. Exhale, press your spine back. Inhale, lift and open up through your heart space. Shoulder blades are connecting on your back. Exhale, press your spine back. And take a couple big breaths as you move here. Then inhale, sit tall, and now take your right hand across to your left knee, left fingertips behind you on your chair, and push down with your hands, grow longer through your sides. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, lower ribs draw in to help you twist just a little bit more. Inhale, sit taller, and exhale, draw in with your low ribs. Inhale, come back into center, and exhale, left hand across to your right knee or thigh. Press down with your right hand behind you on your chair and lift up tall. And again, use your inhales to sit a little taller. Exhales to engage through your low ribs to twist. One more breath this way. Inhale, come back into center. And now, holding on to the side of your chair, you might actually have something to reach around, or maybe your fingers just come to the side of your chair. Start a little lean away to the right side. Draw your shoulder blades onto your back, and then take a hold of the side of your head with your right hand. Take a big couple of breaths here. Add a little bit of tucking up and down with your chin if that feels good. Inhale, come back up to center, and then right hand anchors onto your chair, however that looks for you. And then lean a little bit to the left. Take a hold of the side of your head with your left hand if you would like to. You don't have to. You can still get a good stretch without that. Full big breath. And then begin a little up and down tuck with your chin. Inhale back up to center. And now take your hands to clasp. Push your palms forward. Draw shoulder blades onto your back and then lift your arms up. And from here, a little side to side stretch. And then bring your arms back down in front of you. This time switch so your knuckles are facing forward. Press your palms together and think about trying to pull further forward. Then round your upper back, chin tucks in, and a little bit of movement here through your ribs, your shoulders, your sides. Then inhale, sit tall, and now you're going to work your hands to the back of your chair and lift up and open through your chest. As your shoulder blades engage, find a place for your head and your neck so that your neck is neutral. So you're not tilting your chin way up and you're not tucking it way down. But neutral, long back of your neck. Take another big deep breath. And then inhale, come back up to center. And now we're going to do a little bit of side to side movement with our breath. Left hand to your hip. Right arm reaches over your ear. Take a big exhale here. Inhale to center and exhale, switching sides. Inhale to center and exhale. Keep going with your breath. One more time on each side. Then inhale, come back up to center. And now we're going to cross right ankle over your left knee, coming into that figure 4 cross here. So now flex your foot, right foot flexes. And now reach back and move your sitting bones. Think of letting your pelvis tilt a little bit more so your belly's coming forward. With your foot flexed, start to walk your hands to your shin, or maybe you simply stay upright because this is plenty of a stretch. Or maybe you fold all the way over your front leg. You might even reach down to hold on to your left leg here. Let your chin tuck in, take a full big breath. Then gently inhale, rise back up. And now we're going to take a little lean over to the left side so that your right hip is lifting. Your right knee can lift up a little bit. And now I'm going to try to move your right sitting bone out to the right. Try to stick your butt cheek out to the right. Take a big breath, maybe feeling a slightly different stretch. Full deep inhale, long full exhale. And then gently back into center. Switching crosses. Left ankle comes over the top. Give your foot a flex and then lift up tall. Move your sitting bones. And now as you're here, just notice for yourself. I know for me, I'm very much different on each side as far as sensation goes. So notice what it is on this side without any kind of judgment, just taking in the details, full breath. And then you're welcome to start to fold. You can always take your hands to your shins. You can always work your hands down a little lower. I like to crook my elbow right into my foot, or my foot right into my elbow rather. Take a big deep breath. Then inhale, gently rise back up, and now we're going to take that lean over to the left side. You're letting your right side, you're letting your left hip lift up, and then try to move your left sitting bone out broad, trying to get that stretch of that smaller hip flexor, but really tight hip flexor called the piriformis. Big breath. Inhale, come back into center, set both feet on the ground, And with your feet on the ground, just take a moment to tilt your pelvis a little bit forward. Your belly is coming forward. Hands are resting. And with your eyes closed, take a big breath and notice how you're feeling. Good. Now, opening your right knee up to the right side, so it's at a little bit of an angle. Your left leg, if it feels good, is going to extend out at an angle as well to the left side. And now right elbow comes down to rest right on your right knee, left hand to your hip, and start to turn your belly and your heart a little bit more to the left side. Both shoulder blades are on your back. If you'd like to, you can always stretch your left arm all the way up and over your ear. And as you stretch, keep pressing down with your right elbow and expanding your left ribs. Big breath. Then inhale, gently rise back up, and then reach your arms out long, Warrior Two variation here. As you lift up and open through your chest, also engage your low belly and your low ribs. Take an exhale to draw them in. Take your gaze over your right fingers. 2 more deep breaths. Good. Now your left hand comes down to your thigh or maybe to your hip. Stretch all the way toward the left side, coming into this reverse variation here. As you lengthen your ribs on the right side, turn them a little bit more open. Inhale, rise all the way back up. And now bringing your left knee in so you have that bend, extending your right leg out. And then take a moment here to press hands into your hips and grow even longer. Lengthen your sides, making space. Then you're taking left elbow to your knee. Right arm gets to reach over your ear if that feels good, but it doesn't have to. You can always keep it at your hip, okay? So take a really big breath, and as you push down with your elbow, you're letting your right ribs expand and open. Take a really big breath. Now push down to bring yourself all the way back up, and then reach your arms for your Warrior Two. As you turn your gaze over toward your left fingertips, take an exhale and draw your low belly in, your low ribs in, filling into your back body. Big breath. And now, right hand to your hip or to your thigh. The only place I don't want it is resting right against your knee joint. Reach your left arm straight up first, and then reach it over to the right. Full deep inhale, long full exhale. Fill out those left ribs. Inhale, come back up to center. And then walk your feet back in. Hands out to your knees, do a little clearing through your spine once again. Exhale, press your spine back. Inhale, draw your heart open. 2 more deep breaths. Full long exhale, long deep inhale. Then inhale, sit tall. Hands are resting right at your legs. Let your eyes close. Take a couple deep breaths to tune into how your body is feeling. With hands coming up to heart center, set an intention to tune back into your body, your needs. Take a full big inhale, long deep exhale, bowing toward your heart. Have a very peaceful, beautiful rest of your day. Namaste. Thanks, everybody.